Today we are reviewing the new Ping I240 iron. Okay, so this has replaced the I230, which was brought out sort of 2 to 3 years ago. Previous to that was the I210. Okay, what I like about Ping, they don't bring things out all the time every year. You know, when they feel like there's an improvement to be made, then they have added this new product in. Okay, and initial looks, I think it looks good. I did like the I230, I must admit. Like the look, the very kind of clean appeal to the I230 was great. This looks a little bit different, doesn't it, with the kind of cavity back, almost carbon finish there on the back. But I do like it, you know, it sort of screams Ping, you know, it very much has got that sort of Ping look to it. In that sort of playing position, again, just a sort of reminder, with this club, it kind of sits in the middle of their range. Okay, so remember they've got that blueprint range, the T and the S. It's almost like that next category up. We do see tour players using it. This type of golf club is quite big on the LPGA tour as well, and it very much is trying to blend feel, not necessarily through the forged face. It is a cast face, but we'll talk a little bit about the tech, how they try and get that feel, but they are trying to create some sort of level of sort of forgiveness in there as well, which we can see a little bit in the sort of design. But it does very much look like a Ping club, as we'd expect, and in that sort of playing position, I like it. You know, I like that 230, and initially, you know, I like the look of this 240 as well. So really, let's hit a few shots, give you a bit of a feel of how it does perform, a little bit about the tech, and then sort of take it from there. Really, we'll look at some numbers towards the end. Before we get into that, if you would like a free swing analysis, simply follow me on Skillest. The link is in the description down below. You will get a full analysis of your swing, along with me demonstrating exactly what you need to work on, including some drills to help you reach your goals this year. Back to the video. Yeah, felt pretty good. Yeah, nicely done. So yeah, in terms of the feel, what they have in this model is they have this Elastimate insert. Okay, it's kind of edged in the sort of back of the head here. That's to help them try and sort of get that feel. So not necessarily through a forged face, it's this insert which they're trying to create that feel with. Yeah, and I must admit, you know, it does feel nice. Quite a high spin on that one, maybe just left the face open a touch. But we would expect to see pretty normal spin rates on this club. Felt quite nice, that one, just pulled it a hair, but felt solid. So Ping are very much trying to blend different elements of the game with this club. So they're saying this, they've got this kind of true cavity back design on the back, but then at the same time, looking down at it, they've gone for that almost player's look as well. So to me they're trying to create some forgiveness with, you know, kind of design at the back, and then but from a looks point of view, trying to make it look appealing. So I think, you know, you are gonna get, you know, probably high single figures to sort of mid to low single figures in this club. It does feel quite forgiving. That felt good. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, good spin number there. I would have confidence this 7-iron is going to hold a green. Carry 161, total 168, so it's stopping quite quickly. Yeah, pretty good. Again, good spin number. Felt nice. And this particular insert that they've got on this head, it sits deeper in the cavity. So they're saying that increases the MOI by 2.5%. And again, they've got this weight on the toe, which we do see in Ping clubs. This weight just on the toe there, just to help with the added forgiveness. Yeah, that felt nice. What I'm loving here is the spin rate. You know, yes, it feels nice and it looks nice, but I love the control that you're going to get on this club. That spin number at 6.4, you don't really see it, you know, really, unless you're into like your real players clubs. In this kind of one step above, if you like, it's nice to see. That felt great. Felt really nice, that one. Yeah, nearly 170 carry. And they have placed a emphasis on the longer irons being more forgiving. So your 3-iron through to 7-iron are more forgiving. So you'll find the sort of shorter irons clearly more for control, but longer stuff is more forgiving, which if you are maybe not sure whether you could hit them, well, this suggests that the tech's going to help you with the longer clubs. Yeah, felt good again there, very nice. Yep, so far so good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it feels really nice. One thing Ping have mentioned as well is that they've got wider spaced grooves to get more spin from the fairway. Now, if you remember what you might see in certainly that I240, they've actually got the micromax grooves, which is smaller spaced grooves for more spin from the rough. So interesting how they've very much lent on the wider grooves on this particular model to kind of promote the spin from the fairway. A little bit thin, but not too bad, you know, so there is that level of forgiveness. Let's just hit a couple more. Yeah, nice. And one final piece of tech is that they're saying that this badge at the back is 8.5 grams lighter, again to increase MOI. So trying their best to save weight where they can to increase MOI. So trying to really, it feels to me that they're very much trying to blend forgiveness and the sort of feel element with that sort of elastomer insert. And for me, they're doing a good job. You know, I like the big thing for me is I love that spin number. That land angle looks good there at sort of 48 degrees. And you can see even that last shot there, carrying 162, finishing 168. So even from like 170 out, you're landing and stopping, which in this type of club, sometimes you don't see it. You know, they can be a bit fiery. But yeah, I really like this. Very good. So yeah, overall thoughts, guys, I think it's great. Let's dive into the numbers. Let's have a good look at these. Initially, that dispersion. So dispersion looks pretty good. I mean, it's pretty zoomed in there on the screen, but in general, it looks quite good, doesn't it? You know, the front to back is not bad. One pull left, which is probably more me, to be fair. But generally, I did feel that, you know, even on a couple of miss hits, it felt like it didn't drop off that much. And most importantly, when I hit the really good ones, the spin was good, yeah, so it's not going to jump, you know, too far. Let's have a look at the numbers. So looking at some of the key numbers here, we've got the averages. Club speed 86, quite typical. Ball speed 116, so not the quickest, but in reality, I don't think they're claiming to be quick. You know, it's more about the feel and the forgiveness. Launch is good. Height, yeah, about 94 feet. For me, anywhere around 100 feet, I'm quite happy with. The spin number for me is the one thing I am pleased about more than anything. Good spin. So if you're someone that's looking to hold the greens, yeah, I'd really like this club. And that's getting a good land angle at sort of 48 degrees there. Again, not the longest in terms of distance, 161 for 168, but it's stopping within 7 yards, which I like. And again, if you look at the plus or minus 5.7 yards there, that front to back dispersion is pretty tight as well. Average side 29 feet 7 inches, which yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Overall, guys, I think Ping have done a great job. Is it any better than the I230? We'll definitely do some head-to-heads to see if it is better, but as a golf club, I think it's fantastic. I think it will be popular, definitely worth trying out.